I am going to get so much hate for this. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. For those of you who are new here, my name is Margaret. I'm an ex-elementary school teacher turned work-at-home homeschool mom. And if you're interested in treasure hunting for the 21st century and finding ways to make money online, you are in the right place. So go down there and hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you're notified when I put out new videos. And let's get this party started. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you secrets to shopgoodwill.com. Shopgoodwill.com is Goodwill's online auction site where they sell things that they don't sell in the store. Some Goodwills don't sell jewelry. Sometimes they'll take the antiques or other higher end items and they'll put them up for auction on their auction site. Now, as a jewelry seller, I primarily look at jewelry, and I'm going to share with you some of my secrets for finding great lots on Shop Goodwill. And I'm going to show you 3 of my orders to show how I was able to get really great deals on Shop Goodwill. Some of the comments that I got on the 2 of those videos were almost in disbelief that I got such good deals on the lots that I did, but there is a trick to it. So if you're just going in flying blind, then you might have a harder time as well, because there are some secrets to making sure that you get the best price for some really cool stuff. So one of the reasons I like Shop Goodwill is because it's another place for me to source jewelry. Since I'm a homeschool mom, it's gotten a lot harder for me to get out, go to thrift stores, and really go digging for jewelry out in the wild. But Shop Goodwill is a really great place for me to go anytime during the day and search for lots that I think that I could buy for cheap and flip on eBay and Etsy to make a profit. Because that is the name of the game, right? Selling on eBay and Etsy to make some money. But before we get started, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have even dabbled in Shop Goodwill before. Have you used it? Have you tried it? Is this all new to you? Or are you going to send me hate mail later? These are 3 of the auctions that I have won on Shop Goodwill. One of them was a vintage lot of cameos, brooches, necklaces, and earrings that I won for $11.99. Another was a 14-pound lot of jewelry for $35. And then the last one was a grandma's jewelry lot. It was 2 pounds that I won for $20.75. I had to scroll it over a teeny bit so you could see the shipping and handling and stuff. So on the vintage cameo lot, the shipping was $6.18 and $2 handling. Some of them have handling. We'll talk about that in a second. So for the price, I thought that was really good. $11.99, $6 shipping on 2 pounds of stuff is not too bad. And then the 14-pound lot that I won for $35. I haven't unboxed this one yet. So if you're wondering, like, well, I haven't seen that, it's still in a box over there because I like to hoard things apparently. But it was $6.89 for shipping and $1 for handling, which I thought was amazing for shipping for 14 pounds of jewelry. And then this small batch of grandma's jewelry that was $20.75, and the shipping was $6.81 with $2 handling. So I felt like those were really good lots for me. This was the cameo brooch, cameo lot, and I'll link the video for this one up here because I have unboxed it. We've talked about it and everything. And then this is the big lot that I still haven't opened yet, so stay tuned if you're interested in seeing what's all in there. And then the other lot that I got was this grandma lot. So here's the Shop Goodwill's landing page. They sell more than just jewelry, but the number one thing that I would suggest, this is secret number 1, is if you are interested in getting started looking at sourcing from Shop Goodwill, you need to make sure you check the shipping and handling before you place your bid. Once you place your bid, it's locked in. There's no retracting it or anything like that. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a huge lot, 2 pounds. Right now, the minimum bid is $51.99, but we're going to scroll down and we're going to look at the shipping price and the handling price. So the handling price here is $4. That's a lot for me. So unless there's something in there that's amazing, I try to make sure that my shipping and handling roll into the amount that I budget. So if I'm like, ooh, I don't want to spend more than, say I'm looking at this lot, I don't want to spend more than $25. Let's pretend I only want to spend $25. then I'm going to make sure I look down here. Well, there goes 4 of my bucks. And then I'm going to estimate that shipping, which could be anywhere from $6 to $10 to $12. I'm going to make sure that I deduct that from my $25 that I want to budget for this, and then only spend that is the difference. So which would only leave me out on like $12 or $13 to bid on a lot like this, depending on what I saw. If I thought, oh, I can make 10 bucks on that, 20 bucks on this, what am I going to make as far as my profit goes? So number 1, make sure you check your shipping and handling before you bid. So tip number 2, which is kind of not really a secret, but it's a good tip, is to take a look at the lot and decide, what the items are that you're really wanting from it. Take a look and see, like, what do you think you can get for them and what would be a good return on your investment. And then make sure you're budgeting. Don't get caught up in there's something that happens to people when they start bidding on things. It's like, you gotta win, you gotta win. And there's like that thing inside that makes you want to win it no matter what, right? So keep yourself on track and just know, like, okay, I don't want to spend more than $25. I don't want to spend more than 30 bucks on this, because then my profit margin will be this much. So that is a good tip, not necessarily one of our secrets. So secret number 2 for using shopgoodwill.com is to use this advanced search. Let's just take a look and type in jewelry lot in the regular search, and let's see what we come up with. Let's see how many we come up with. It pulls up 1,657 results. So what I'm going to do is come over here and use this advanced search. When you do that, you can sort by, let me scooch over a little bit more. You can sort by keywords, titles, descriptions. So if you're wanting to search both the titles and the descriptions, you select that. Search by item number, which unless you know what the lot's item number is, that won't, sort by a part number, categories, and then open or close. Let's say you're doing research and you want to search the closed auctions, you can do that. And then filter by price. I don't want anything that's more than 25 bucks. You can do ending date, ascending or descending. Let's say you want to find stuff that's going to be ending really soon, like within the next 24 hours. Then you want to make sure you select that correctly. Or if you're like, I got time, let's just look at it all, whatever. And then, search only for, let's see, they do buy it now, but, search 1 cent shipping only. That's another one to look at. So I want to look for things that are 1 cent shipping, which I love, because then it's just 1 cent shipping, right? So here, again, I forgot to type in a search term. That might help. Search term, let's do jewelry. So type in jewelry. We got all these 1 cent shipping, Here we go. So there are a few things there. How many do we have? 51 results, 1 cent shipping. And these are ones, again, it's sorted by things that are ending the soonest. When it's within a certain range, they turn red. So you can see this is really fast. It's ending soon. So here, you can see based on that those search terms, I should say, and using that advanced search, then you can narrow things down a little more carefully for yourself. So use that advanced shipping. So the third tip was the 1 cent shipping. I jumped ahead a little bit, but my third secret was searching for 1 cent shipping. Having a budget for the auctions that you're doing and being smart about it, and knowing that even the shipping and handling prices are going to cut into your profit margin, it's really important to know that there is that 1 cent shipping option on there, so that you can try to find things and not have so much of your ROI cut into ROI's return on investment if you're new. Sorry. So it's really important, and it's a really cool tool to be able to look at and see, like, are there any steals there that have 1 cent shipping? Like, oh, I could flip that for, I could double my money on that. It's only 1 cent shipping. That's really good. Secret number 4 is use a watch list and don't bid right away. So let's say that you have got a really cool, let's just pick this one because it's right here, a really cool lot that's up, and you are wanting to bid on it. Let's see, is this a new one? This one's only got 1 day left. Let's do one that's a jewelry lot, and we're going to sort them by oldest, because this really applies to ones that are longer, that have a lot longer to go. Because if you start bidding right away, then it shows like, ooh, there's something in there that somebody wants. So it shows that there's some interest in this lot, and other people are going to start looking. Like, here's 0 bids, so I'm going to look at that one. So it'll show other people like, ooh, somebody sees something in there. I didn't notice anything, but maybe I should take a second look at that. So what you'll do is you'll add it to your watch this item list, and then you can go back and look at it each day. Let's say you come on and just kind of do a quick search every day for certain terms. You can come on, look at your watch list, see where that item is. And again, if you have a notebook, take a note and say, this lot, I'd be willing to pay this much for it. So once it gets closer to the time, then you can enter in your maximum bid and not really have to do anything. So that's another thing too, is that maximum bid. Let's say, I don't want to pay more than $15 for this, including shipping and handling, la-di-da, then maybe I'm going to put my maximum bid at $12, something like that. So if other people bid, then it will just increase it by a little bit so that you're still winning until they go over that $12 mark. Tip number 5 is playing the waiting game. If you are bidding right away and not making that watch list and not checking back and being patient, not letting your emotions get into things, then it's really easy to start bidding on things emotionally. So tip number 5 is not to let yourself get drawn into that emotional bidding, and to really be patient and be smart. Have that notebook, write down what the lot is, what you saw in it, because if there's a lot of them, you might not remember exactly for each one, and then what your research was, your return on investment and all that. Because if you are running a business, then it's really important to make sure that you're making smart purchases. So having that documentation for yourself, taking the emotions out of it, taking a step back, and just, if you lose a lot, you lose a lot. It's better than losing your money. Secret number 6 is shopping by location. This is something that's particularly helpful if you have already gotten a lot, or you've had somebody share a lot with you and they tell you which Goodwill it came from. Maybe they found something good. Maybe the people that work in that Goodwill are not as good at sorting things or finding things, and it might be useful to remember that place. Write it down in your notebook and have a list, or maybe you've got a document going on your computer. Have a list of Goodwill sites, because they do have different locations on the auction site, to go check their jewelry, or check their, if let's say you're not using jewelry, their magazines, if you're buying magazines. So let's look at that in the advanced search. So once you go into that advanced search, let's say you're searching for jewelry, and you're going to come down here to sellers, click box below to expand, and this is where it's going to pop up the different sellers. My drop down is getting in the way, sorry about that. But whether you're like, ooh, I want to really remember this one that I found in Nebraska. I got a really good one from Omaha. So I want to keep that in mind in my document or my workbook, in my notebook, so that you can come back and see, like, ooh, did they have any more stuff that they listed? I want to go check that out because I got a really good lot for them that didn't look like it was searched very well, and I got some gold and silver, in it. So that's something. Let's search that. Let's see how you do in Omaha. I don't think they have anything. No, nothing. So it's a good way to, especially if you've gotten really good lots or heard from other people about places where they've gotten good lots. It's smart, like if you're coming in and you've got a list of search terms that you're like, oh, I really want to look for more turquoise. If you're dreaming big, that you can come in, search turquoise. Oh, I got some really good turquoise from Omaha. Another tip, this is kind of a secret, kind of just an extra tip, is if they don't know what they have and they label it something else, make note of that, because I got a lot before that had amber in it, but they didn't know it was amber, and so they had it labeled as something else, which I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you all my secrets. They had it labeled as something else, and so knowing the place and knowing the thing that they thought it was is important, because then I can go back and say, oh, do they have any more of this item, if they want to call it that. And that's a really good way to also do your research, because sometimes they don't know what they've got, but they call it something else. So that's an important tip there too. Secret number 7 is bid in unusual increments. All right, so on this necklace, you can see that the minimum bid is $81.99. So just off of your gut, what's somebody going to type in here? They're probably going to type in either $81.99, or if they're like, oh, I don't want to write $99, it's $82. I'll just type in $82. Well, if you do that, then somebody else might have typed in $82.01. And then that means you would have lost this lot by 1 penny. So, or won this lot by 1 penny, which would have been worth it if this is something that you really, really wanted. And if you're wanting to be even a little sneakier, then be like $82.03. You know, because I know they heard Margaret's tip. They're gonna do like $82.01. I'm gonna do $82.03. So try to make it an unusual coinage amount on the cents, you know, or 52 cents or something like that, where it's like, oh, then you've won it by 25 cents rather than losing it out for just a few pennies. You know, if it's a lot that you're really wanting to get. If it goes over that and it's beyond your budget, then don't sweat it. But if you're like, darn it, I lost that lot by 1 cent, you know, that really nips you in the bud, right? Secret number 8 is, this one is especially for those of you who are looking for pounds of jewelry, because a lot of us like those jewelry jar, that unsearched kind of feeling, that big lot of stuff to dig through. Is the secret number 8 is to search in different ways for the poundage. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to search by jewelry, and then I'm going to type in pound. Did I spell jewelry wrong? Yes, I did. Jewelry. And then I'm going to write pound. So let's see what happens when I type jewelry and pound. So I come up with 201 search results. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a lot of search results. But let's say I come up and I type in jewelry and LB for pound. Let's see what I come up with. Now, what was it before, like 200 something? Now I've got 1,466 results. So it's that LB for pound, like 20.8 LB. And the reason I didn't put the LBS, because that's another one you can search for, is what if they didn't put the LBS, they put the LB. So that's, 1466 on that one. And look, if you put the jewelry, if you put LBS, because you were thinking, oh, it's pounds, so I need to plural that, right? Then it filters out some of those, and now you've got even fewer results, 1126. So that's 300 results, 300 lots that you're not seeing because you put the S on the end of pounds because you're being grammatically correct. So try searching different ways. So maybe they put pound written out, maybe they put LB, maybe they put LBS, so that you can find all of the different, you got to think, there's more than one person listing this. You got to think about what are the different ways that they might say this, for this pound of jewelry or 7 pounds of jewelry, etc. All right, this is secret number 9, and this is one that I almost hesitate to tell you about because it's one of my favorites, but my goal is to help, and I do have other secrets that I'm keeping to myself, but this is one that I really like when I'm searching, because I particularly like buying lots of jewelry, sometimes big poundage, sometimes just smaller lots that are more organized. So what I'll do is, you can see on the drop down, is I'll type in like marcasite lot, because I know many times marcasite is set in silver, not always, but a lot of times. So there are 7 marcasite lots, and the one that I have before, no, I showed it before. I gotten a marcasite lot from the Shop Goodwill as well. So you can see, like, there's like 0 bids on this marcasite ring lot. Sterling silver, cute rings, $9.99 for the lot. And some of them are better than others. Some of the rings are like, yeah, they're okay. But I think some of them would make the money back. I really like this one with the compass on it. So that's something to keep in mind, is having a keyword and then the word lot that goes along with it. So here's one, 10 bids, $41. It's a little over half a pound. Could be worth it because sometimes one piece could make up that $40, right? Okay, Oh, look, here's one. They misspelled garnet, so that's nice to know. All right. So then let's say this is another one that I really like. I like looking for grandma lots. Grandma jewelry lot. That was one of the ones that I got that I'll link. I think I showed it to you before. That yeah, you can get like really cool stuff like in a jewelry box, like grandma's jewelry stash grab lot. Okay, so they already know this one. There's something good in there because look at this, 251 bucks. It's a bit rich for my blood. There'd have to be something amazing in it, or a lot of something amazing's in it. It looks pretty good though. Yeah, but that's a little bit. To me, this is like somebody's getting emotional over here because $250 something, unless you see something that you're like, whoa, I'm definitely making my money back. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff in there. I can't spend that much money on it though. I've spent money on jewelry lots before, but wow, yeah. Well, it's 11 pounds, but still, oh, I just can't. What's the shipping on this thing? $12.25 shipping here. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So that's another one of my go-to is like typing in grandma jewelry lots. And then another thing is like by style. Let's say you like Southwest style. So you'll do Southwest jewelry lot, or, you know, Art Nouveau jewelry lot, or fashion jewelry lot, you know, things that you particularly are comfortable with selling. So let's say men's jewelry lot. Look at me not spelling jewelry right today. I'm going to go into the spelling police jail. Spelling police jail? Brother. And the grammar one. Bring it. So here we go. There's one. And it's got quite a few bids there. 22 pounds. Holy Batman. That's a lot of poundage. Well, that's a lot of boxes, though. You can't see anything. You can see a few bits here and there. That's really going to be a fun dig through because you have zero idea what you got going on there. All right, so that was my tip for entering in a keyword with your jewelry lot if you're wanting to search for jewelry lots. You know, kind of trying to narrow it down by things that you're comfortable with selling. My 10th secret for searching for great lots on shopgoodwill.com, and there is an 11th one, so wait for it. My 10th one is knowing different ways to search for these lots of jewelry. Keep in mind that people all over the country that work for Goodwill are creating these listings, and they all have different ways of listing them. So they might call it something different in different regions in the United States. So one of them would be a junk jewelry lot. So you might look up junk jewelry lot and see what that brings. If it's going to search for me, scroll down, and we've got nothing. Okay, no items found. Boop. All right, another one is salvage jewelry. That's what I've seen sometimes. Salvage jewelry. Maybe I should just do junk jewelry. Salvage jewelry, there's 9 results. Let's do junk jewelry. Leave the lot out, right? Junk jewelry. See what we get. There we go, there's a few. You gotta be sure. Look, there's no lot in there. So just typing in junk jewelry. So trying out different wording and methods. So another way is like bulk jewelry or unsearched jewelry. You know, trying by using different words. Try with the word lot, try without the word lot, you know, and see what you get. This is another good area if you're keeping notes somewhere on a spreadsheet or in a notebook to keep a track of maybe a list of the words and the searches that you like to do every day. And if you see a lot that you're like, ooh, I didn't think of that word, then you take it and you add it to it so that you can try putting it into the rotation for things you're searching for. And my bonus 11th one is something I don't necessarily do, but I think it's a really good idea, especially if you're selling like in a booth or in another place like that where you're wanting to sell new with tag type jewelry. There are a lot of lots on Shop Goodwill of new with tag jewelry. And so whether you're a vendor or you're selling in an antique booth, or some antique booths are really picky about that, but if you're selling in a place that allows you to have newer items, then you can search for that as well. So you might search new with tag NWT jewelry and not spell it out. You can spell it out as well. New with tag jewelry, and you can sort by that. Let's say I'm looking for that. This is how I found the word vendor. I was like, ooh, vendor, that's a good keyword. So you could type in vendor lot or vendor jewelry, maybe leave lot out. Another one is carded, which means like it's still on the card. So if you type in carded jewelry, then you'll see there's some that pull up for that. Like, oh, I really like that. It's new with tags or it's still on the card. I can sell it, Poshmark or wherever. This one was actually pretty good. It's sterling silver carded jewelry lot. Look, they didn't use the word lot. So, oh, assorted. That's another one. Okay, assorted, boxed. So having that list of words that you go through, having a place that you keep it, because it is a lot to try to remember all of them if you're looking for lots of things, because the main goal here is to be smart about it and make sure that you're not getting emotional and looking for things that you can make a profit on. Because yeah, as much as you love it and you're like, oh, but it's so cool. Well, that moment you're already like hooked in emotionally, and that's exactly what they want, right? They want you to get emotional. They want you to start bidding more. They want to make that money. Just like you've got to be smart about it on the other end and not get hooked by the emotions. So have a plan when you're going in. So my new friends that are here, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you going to give it a go? What kind of things are you going to search for if you want to share? And my seasoned seller friends, please don't hate me. Go over there and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, everybody, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.